How you doing, Scotty Bear? Back with another video. This video about an article I happened to run across. Las Vegas ranked 10th best city in the world to relocate. Rongo Bongo. I gotta tell you, I could not help myself. I read this article and I frankly, the only thing comes to mind is these people have been absolutely nowhere in this world. If you are already here, it's no surprise that Las Vegas is a great place to live. That is truly wrong. Actually, Reno is a better place to live. But if research by money.co.uk generates any buzz, the whole world might figure out soon. I highly doubt that. Las Vegas placed at number 10 on a list of the best cities in the world to relocate, ranking right up there with Tokyo, Los Angeles, Miami, San Francisco, the full list, and we are about to go over this. Number 1, Austin, Texas. I cannot figure out how Austin, Texas got number 1 on any list as the best city to relocate to. Cool place to party, cool place to hang out, but relocate to, I say nah. Tokyo, I mean, how did Tokyo get below Austin, Texas? If you have Austin, Texas or Tokyo, I think you're going to pick Tokyo every day of the week. Number 3, Charleston, South Carolina. I have not been to Charleston, South Carolina, but I can only assume it's better than Austin, Texas, but that's just me. Dubai. So I have been to Dubai, and I got to tell you, I don't know how it is number 4 and Austin, Texas is number 1. I'll be honest. I mean, just the trains and the robots alone are so superior. It's off the fucking charts. I just don't get how these two places are even on the same list. Los Angeles, number 5, a place that I've spent a good amount of time in. And if you have to put it against Austin, Texas, I mean, you're going to pick Austin, Texas over Los Angeles with Santa Monica, Venice Beach, Redondo Beach, Studio City, Hollywood, right. I call total bullshit. Abu Dhabi, again, you're going to pick Austin, Texas over moving to Abu Dhabi. Sure you are. Miami, again, honestly, how do you get Austin, Texas to number 1? Miami is one of the hottest places ever. The ocean is amazing, but it's at number 7. Muscat, never been there, only Googled some pictures. It looks quite a bit better than Austin, honestly. San Francisco, a place that if I had all the money in the world, I would move to San Francisco, actually. I love it. I love the weather. I think it's an amazing place around the Bay. So I got to give it that, but honestly, not very affordable. And then we got Las Vegas. Frankly, Las Vegas is a destination for only one thing: gambling. The schools are horrible. I mean, you go around town and there's holes in the walls where cars hit because they're too drunk to make the corners. I mean, the heat. Now, Vegas is reasonable to live in from like November to like mid-June, and the rest is 100. So we are going to read through the reasons that these cities made the list, and we're going to talk about that. The rankings were based on 8 factors. The average temperature. Oh, man, I cannot think anywhere on here where it is 120 fucking degrees, honestly. Um, Average home price per square meter. First of all, Vegas doesn't even rank anywhere on this list. All of these places, I think, are at least double the cost. So, I mean, this list doesn't even make sense. The average monthly salary, again, the average monthly salary in Las Vegas is low, very low. Again, nowhere on this list. I mean, you couldn't even live in any one of these places for what they pay in Las Vegas in most cases. And a good majority of, and I don't even know the number, I'm just guessing, all surrounds Las Vegas. I mean, I read an article once about how the money funnels into Vegas through the tourists. I mean, you know, they tip a dealer. The dealer goes to the store and buys groceries. The dealer, you know, goes to daycare with his kids and stuff like that. And how the money trickles out from the tourism. Everything revolves around the tourism in Las Vegas. When I was there during lockdown, honestly, there was zero going on. The casinos were closed. There was absolutely nothing going on. The cost of living, again, Las Vegas is nowhere in this neighborhood of this list. From Austin, Texas, I'm not super familiar with Charleston, South Carolina. Los Angeles has got to be at least 3 times what it costs to live in Las Vegas. Again, I'm not, the same goes with maybe Miami. San Francisco is just absolutely just in the stratosphere of cost. Number of restaurants. Okay. Maybe we have something at number of restaurants, but really, is that what makes up a great place to relocate to? Honestly, I don't know. Number of green spaces. Well, you could take Las Vegas off that list. It is an absolute dust bowl. There is not a lot of green spaces. Internet speed. Actually, internet speed, it could not make any one of these lists either. The internet speed in places where I've been around the world, Bangkok, Vietnam, it is at least 5 to 10 times faster than Las Vegas. I'm, of course, familiar with Las Vegas because I lived in Las Vegas for some time, and the internet speed is shameful. On my cell phone, for a prepaid service, was getting 1,000 megs. It's just absolutely off the charts to what anything Vegas has to offer. And life expectancy. Honestly, if you're unlucky enough to live long enough in Las Vegas, or I don't know why you would actually stay in that place. Scores in each of the category were used to create an overall score for each city. Again, how it's being ranked and on this list, it makes zero sense. You actually, for the longest time, I feel like you couldn't talk anybody into moving to Las Vegas. One other point that I want to scroll down to was this. Las Vegas ranked above Austin for overall affordability. No duh. It is not very affordable to live in Austin. And actually, up until recently, and I'm saying within about a calendar year, Las Vegas was a lot more affordable. And we could all thank the pandemic for that. And 6th best overall for weather. You must be joking me. Honestly, like I said, the weather in Las Vegas is only great from like November maybe to mid-June. In fact, the best U.S. city for weather, followed by Miami and Los Angeles. That's laughable. Followed by Miami and Los Angeles. Let me tell you something. The weather in Los Angeles is probably number one on this list. There is no way that the weather is better in Las Vegas in any category. Miami, it's pretty humid, but still in the wintertime, there is no way it beats the weather in Las Vegas. And did we mention the restaurants? Yes, you did. Not a reason to actually get up and relocate to Las Vegas. Anyway, don't move to Vegas. Go to Vegas, have a party, go home. Have a wonderful Thursday night.